Okay, and we are back. Let's equip skills. We're done with logic dive. Where is it? Unless there's going to be another logic dive. Move cursor faster. What else can we use? There's panic action inflicts additional damage to shields. Rebuttal showdown are decreased by 1. Speed can be adjusted during the minigame. I mean, we're done with the. Oh wait, we haven't finished Flash Anagram, right? We're done with Hangman's Gambit. Okay, so I'm just gonna remove Logic Dive. Hopefully, we don't have another Logic Dive again. I wish. I'm concerned. Okay, remove the cursor. Give the rebuttal showdown. What else is there? HP, logic dive, cursor shake. Yeah. Alright, we're done. Begin class trial. Begin. Suspended. Not anymore. You're talking about Ryo and Mikihiko? Yeah. Huh? Wait a minute. A suspect? Me? I never thought I'd be treated as a suspect. Mr. Watanabe, I want you to stop playing such nasty pranks. No, there's only the two of you. Before the incident, you two were the only ones who could have the yet confirmed black coin. That's not possible. Yesterday I was so tired so I fell asleep. Save for me. There's not many people who would stay awake after exercising so much. Is there anyone who could prove that? If not, that is just an excuse. That's... maybe, but I don't even have a motive to kill Miss Issei because I didn't have enough feelings to bear a grudge or something against her. And even if there's a common motive, committing murder is too risky. It's not even worth thinking about for me. That's right, and she was such a kind person, there's no way a person like me could kill her. So please, stop doubting. Then can you prove it? Huh? What proof? It's simple. The weapon used by the culprit was an item from the lottery machine. Black coins are required to use it. So if either of you has a black coin, it means both of you are innocent. You two were a team, right? That's right, because only one coin is given to one team. Well then, answer me now. Who has the coin? Well? You won't answer? So you have to assume that there is no means to deny your allegations, correct? I can't do it either way. I don't even have the coin. I didn't even get it in the first place. Such a nasty trap to fall into. I don't know because I fell asleep. I didn't even wake up this morning, so I probably didn't get it. Do you think I asked for a stupid excuse now? What is this? For a moment I felt really cold. Hey now, what's this kind of mood? It feels pretty bloodthirsty. What a tremendous force. Even the best ninja. I can't believe my body's trembling. Torea Akatsubaki, a really scary woman. Hey, do something. I'm sure you're used to it because you hang out with her often. I hate that. No matter how much I was with her, if I get in the middle of this right now, I think I'll be half dead. Literally. The atmosphere in the courtroom was so serious that I nodded my head unconsciously at Toshiro's words, which in normal circumstances I would have laughed. If you even do one wrong move in this mood, it will explode. It was such an unpleasantly tight feeling. Alright, fine. One of the two are the culprit anyway, so proof of innocence would be impossible. Let's change the question. Which one of you killed Kana? It wasn't me. Not me either. Please give a straight answer when I'm asking you as humanly calm as possibly can. If you don't want to die, stop it right now. Huh? Stop doing this. It is true that the number of suspects has decreased even if you insist. If you solve the case step by step, you will be sure who... A person who doesn't deserve to intervene should stay in the corner with their mouth shut. What do you mean? I deserve to be involved. Don't pretend you don't know. If the weapon came from the lottery, it's entirely your fault for slacking management on the black coin machine. I never once slacked. You said it from the beginning. Let's trust them. This is what the result looks like. Do you think you deserve to have something to say here? If you know that, shut up. Because now you might be treated the same as the culprit. So, which one is it? Are you going to open your mouth until you're both dead? Is that it? Hold on, Trey, calm down now. Why are you interfering again? Are you trying to be on their side? I'm not specifically trying to take sides, but I don't think it's a good way to find the culprit by intimidating them like that. Rather, it just makes things more complicated. Then what are you going to do? Let's start by clearing up the clues. As long as it's something someone has done, we will be able to solve it somehow. Our lives are at stake in this trial. There's nothing wrong with being careful, right? Do what you like. I need to cool down for a bit. Yeah, alright. I'm glad I managed to calm down Teray. Now, what should I do? I spoke confidently, but I don't know where to start. All we've uncovered so far is the type of weapon the culprit used. Come to think of it, I don't think we figured out the motive behind this incident yet. The motive? It's already been decided that it was our past, right? It's possible, yeah, but is that really true? No matter how you look at it, it doesn't seem like our past takes precedence over escaping. Precedence. Maybe from a general point of view, but if you had a secret you really desperately need to keep, that might be enough motivation. A past is more important than surviving. It's hard to imagine such a thing exists. If we had a serious past that would cause us to bury it socially when it could be known, wouldn't that be it? Still, I don't think such fatal information would come up so easily. The things containing our information, what was it? The prize drawings? Wasn't that big? There were still quite a lot of capsules. Perhaps even trivial information was handled in and put inside. Then the probability of revealing information about the past that you want to hide gets much lower. I don't think they would commit murder simply because they were afraid of that little chance. If they make a move, their life might be lost. I wouldn't put myself in that high risk for such a thing. Also, this part of it was a great opportunity for us who were locked up to escape. That's true, I was expecting it to take some time, but as long as the escape switch was a lottery item, we would be able to pull it out someday. Some idiot squashed that dream and made it into something that will never happen. I myself was concerned about that part. Then we'll have to discuss about this topic next, it seems. Just as the other said, this incident shouldn't have happened. Nevertheless, the incident occurred, and a friend lost their life. First, we need to figure out why. For stating, there's no further space for this non-stop debate. Sorry for this nonsense. You can scan suggested bullets. We have a sentence that refers to the current discussion. Scanned bullets can be used just like regular bullets. The text can be scanned. It's limited to yellow text. Please scan considering the content of each friend's sentence. However, just because you can scan, it doesn't mean that it's using the rule of disapproving, disagreeing. The truth bullets disappear, so in the future, non-stop debates, choose carefully whether to disapprove, agree, or scan. Okay. So you could choose, if you should scan truth bullet into the air, your score will be deducted. Fucking asshole. Now do I remove the fucking scanned object then? If you erroneously refute or agree with the statement, your vitality will be reduced. Scan truth bullets, use Q, change shift, okay, Q, shift, Z. Let's begin. What do you think is the cause of this incident? Aren't you scared there was no motive this time? If you don't see the past with coins, you can just ignore them. Was a chance where they could escape. Yeah. Still, my thinks there must be a clear motive somewhere. It's something important enough to throw away the chance to escape. Is it a penalty outcome at nighttime? Whatever the motive is, it's hard to forgive this. Something important enough to push away the chance to escape. What could it be? This is gonna take a while. There you go. Guys, I think Akira just said something pretty important. Akira did? As expected, I didn't think you guys would hear me again, Sai. Guess I should ask Kazuki when I talk to you guys in the future from now on. Sorry. So what's this important point? What made them fear that their past might be known? Wasn't it the penalty for the last team? Penalty? Come to think of it, there was that too. Are you talking about the broadcast that came out at the end of the nighttime announcement while talking about the results? If my memory is correct, the bear would freely disclose information about the team in the last place as penalty. Besides, it was only those who have been in the last place until now. The psychological pressure must have been strong enough of a motive. Hey, you two, is that really true? No matter how many times you ask, my answer will be the same, Mr. Takahara. I don't have any reason to kill her, and I wasn't under any kind of psychological pressure. Rather, in a sense, I'm a victim. Thanks to Mr. Koyasunaga, I've been in last place. Thanks to that, I'm even treated as a suspect. It's not like I wanted to, I'm just that weak in physical education. Mr. Koyasunaga, don't you think it's an obvious nuisance if it harms others? I really didn't mean to. Even if you didn't, a nuisance will always be a nuisance. To be in last place 4 days in a row, there's something to wonder about that. Sniff. Hey, why are you bullying that kid again? Even after you bullied them before, you're still not good enough? You jerk. Before? Tosha, has something like this happened before? Yeah, I saw it straight, the scene that kid suffered. Kazuki, you saw it too. Is that right, Kazuki? Yeah, I didn't know the exact reason, but the mood seemed pretty bad. He even pushed Mikihiko against the wall. You're pushing a guy who looks like he's going to fall over with that attitude? You're the worst. I don't know why you did that, but it is definitely not right. Why would you resort to such an alternative? That's not really the case. I simply asked politely to not be a nuisance to me. So you just push people when you ask? You have a weird way to make sense of that. Whoa. Hey Mikiko, if you don't mind, I'd like you to tell me what the fight was about. Really? But... If it's impossible, just say it is. But once I hear the story, perhaps some kind of clue will come out. If it's something to look for, just say it. This is a situation where everything must be said anyway. If you think that bastard is going to harm you, tell me. I'll do anything to help. Then I'll talk. It's not good if my past is revealed any more than this. He kept saying it's all because of me that we're in last place. And then he got angry at me, and that's what happened. Ugh, sniff. Such a very polite request, isn't it? Isn't that too far? Mikihiko wasn't good at sports, but still, there was no need to say anything like that. Somehow I'm glad I'm not on his team. I'm sure if I made a mistake, he would have been mad at me. Huh. Yeah, I did that, because I was annoyed for not being able to get out of last place. But you guys don't get to be annoyed, right? Do you people who haven't been through what I have know a damn thing about a situation when a person's secrets are revealed? One by one as we repeatedly end up in the last place? That nasty feeling that you don't know how many secrets will be revealed each day? But I don't think it's right to be angry at others. You're saying that even after seeing this guy's efforts, his motor skills are so poor that even he falls down when nobody's touching him. For me to team up with a guy like this, should I just blame my luck for this? Is that it? Excuse me, I ended up looking pretty messy. Forget about it, preferably. No one said anything. It's as if they were at a loss for words. The attitude of Ryo that showed towards the others and me. It was a surprise. Until now, he never raised his voice. Even now, it's hard to keep a straight face. Maybe that's why the others seem to be sparing words and exchanging only glances with each other. So tell me, does it reveal who the killer is? Teray? It does, right? This is what the culprit would confess, don't you think? Confession? What do you mean? You just said it with your own words. You said you were annoyed that your past was being revealed, and most likely the motive for this case was the past. That you didn't want anyone to talk about it. Wait a minute, obviously I was angry at Mr. Koyasunaga. Yes, I admit that. There were 2 eyewitnesses anyway, so I can't deny it. But I'm not stupid enough to commit a murder. Do you think I was doing nothing while cooling my head off? I kept deducing who the culprit could be. But no matter how much I think about it, there's only you. On what grounds do you... The wounds on Kana's body. Huh? Haven't you seen it? Kana's mutilated corpse. Yeah, I saw it. But how is that proof that I'm the culprit? As written in the Monokuma file, Kana had numerous scars on her back. Also, despite being stabbed like that, she shows no signs of resistance. Isn't that a bit strange? Normally, if somebody stabbed you, you would have reflexively resisted for being stabbed. So why is there no sign of resistance? Did she die instantly when she was stabbed the first time? That would explain the absence of any signs of resistance on the body. If that really is the case, it means the person just killed her and then mutilated the corpse. Were they insane? I don't think that's it. If my autopsy was not wrong, the decisive cause of death was a shock and excessive bleeding caused by the pain of being attacked by the culprit. If she died instantly with one blow, I think the cause of death would have been being stabbed in a vital organ. If that's the case, then Kana had room to resist. If there was no sign of it at all, if so, then there's one possibility left. Somehow, I think I know what Torei wants to say. A situation where I can't resist, even though there is room for resistance. That situation is, she was asleep, already dead, subdued. She was subdued? She was completely overpowered by the culprit? Exactly, it's possible that she was attacked from behind, then subdued, and she died while feeling that terrible pain. So what does that have to do with me? I don't know if it really happened as you described, but there's no proof the culprit was me. Wrong, there is already evidence. You just said it with your own words. That little kid alone, his athletic prowess or his motor abilities. Do you really think he has any chance to take down any of us? Me subduing that kind of thing, it'd be impossible. I wouldn't be strange if they got overpowered in a reverse scenario, let alone trying to subdue anyone. Now, do you understand? You two are the only prime suspects. However, it is impossible for that little boy to cause this incident. The culprit's already been determined, don't you think? This is nonsense. If you want to drive me as the culprit, show me definitive evidence. I am not the culprit in the first place, so there's no such evidence. Definitive evidence. There is evidence that Ryo is the culprit of this case. But it's too flimsy, even though it's suspicious. It's evidence I've been silent about it. That proof is... the shorts? Yeah. I don't exactly know what this evidence tells, but there is. Which is it? It's Ryo's swimsuit. At the time of the investigation, it was placed on the bench in the men's lockers. It was bloody. That's... See, this guy is the culprit. Hey, at least admit it like a man in the end. Are you planning to live up to your name to the bitter end, or... Calm down, why wouldn't you think if you aim at me as the culprit, then everyone except the real culprit will die? Or were you hoping that everyone except the real culprit will be killed? Ask anyone else. But even if you say something like that, isn't that a little too late? How can we even believe you now? Come to think of it, the nighttime announcement penalties didn't come out very good for you either. Ugh. The motive of the incident strangely fits with the bad image we built up against Ryo. A party who cannot even argue against the never-ending doubts. All factors seem to indicate that Ryo is the culprit. But on the other hand, Are you all mad? Are you really thinking of dying? There is evidence, and if Ryo really is the culprit, with this, we can put an end to this horrible trial of mutual suspicion. But something in the corner of my heart is telling me this is wrong, as if somehow we all got clogged up. What is it that keeps us getting in this deadlock? There's nothing more to see here. Go to the afterlife and apologize directly to the girl you killed. Hey Monokuma. What, are you really sure? You don't want to discuss any further? I have to think about this. It's already been cleared up. The culprit who killed Kana, it's this guy. I don't know yet, but unless I solve this strange feeling, I can't think we've reached the truth yet. Really? Well, I won't stop you if that's the case. Alright then, shall we go all out? What do you mean all out? Everyone is being fooled. There's no way I'd commit murder. Now then, as a result of the voting, who shall become the Blackened? Will it be the correct choice or not? Who's it gonna be? Huh? Now everyone, vote with the button in front of you. Stop! Yeah. Kazuki? Why did you suddenly scream? I almost bit my tongue. There are things we have left to discuss, so please postpone the voting for now. What? What are you talking about? Who else could be the culprit besides him? Are you trying to say the small one did it then? Not necessarily. Of course, this might not be enough to prove that Ryo wasn't the culprit, but I think there is still a problem that needs to be addressed. So I'll ask everyone, one more discussion. Uh-oh. That's not even funny. Trey, do you really think the result will be any different if we discuss this again now? Nothing changes. It doesn't change the fact that one of them killed Kana. And the prime suspect has to be this bastard. Maybe so, but that's why it's dangerous to decide the culprit without solving the remaining questions. No, there's no reason to hesitate like this. Right in front of my eyes, there's a son of a bitch who killed the girl who worked so hard. I'm barely holding back that I want to kill the guy with my own hands right now. I was like that too, but Teray still couldn't escape the shock of Kana's death. Even so, that doesn't mean I can let her emotions dictate our decision. Stop beating around the bush anymore, don't disturb me, Kazuki. I'll explain it no matter what it takes, I will definitely persuade you. While showdown will begin, would you like to read an explanation? Listen and prepare. Starts this puzzle will include sharp seed bullets propelling non-stop. Afterwards, the argument party will show up. You must cut the wires pressing left, right, up, down, okay? Why do we need to do that? Because that's how the puzzle works. If you don't press any arrow keys or incorrectly press them to break your opponent's argument, then... skew towards opponent's dominance. Opponent loses advantage of discussion. Vertical line doesn't enough their dominance until will happen. Z or shift to alternate between them and bring him back discussion to your favor. If you successfully cut the opponent's arguments or won the duel, you render a re-argument. Anything else? What are the keys to change the truth bullets? Horizontal searching can be cut up, down key. Vertical is it can be left and right. Essentially, as in non-stop debates, you can change truth bullets pressing shift. Weak spot using decision key. Okay, fine. Let's see. Kope killed Kana because it has to be him. If he has a motive, his words of humanity, everybody here is aware of it. Yeah. The fact that Kana's wounds were subdued with power. The others say there's only left to think. Advance. As you just claimed, the motive and chance to commit the crime exists, but there's still a few unanswered questions. It was not a problem by making hasty decisions, yeah. Shut up. Doing that. Questions. I can't read. What's important is that he's the powerful suspect here. Think about it. What other ways there other than subduing her with force? Don't be with her anymore. I just want to be fucking done with this case. Couldn't break Tori's argument. Is real weighted copy as she says. But it's too early to arrive at a conclusion. If I think of someone's testimony to prove his innocence. Good thing there's only one yellow thing here. Yeah. If there were like multiple ones, I would probably... which one is it? Quickness, cool. They may not have been overpowered by force. Huh? I just remembered what Mai told me. There were wounds on Kana's heels. Couldn't that be the one the culprit gave her in order to make her immobile? Come to think of it, I heard about that when I went to hospitals. There were many people like me who got severely injured in their heels and they couldn't walk anymore. So I had to be careful about that. What was it called? Achilles heel. Achilles heel. It's a muscle that plays the most important role of walking and running. Yeah, that's it. So you're saying the culprit hit the Achilles tendon to subdue her? That is what I think, yeah. If, as Ray said, if he had overpowered Kana by force and they committed the crime, he wouldn't have had to make such a wound in the first place. They would have been able to subdue her enough without doing that, and the more traces of the crime, the more clues remain. Are you trying to say that wouldn't be in disguised nature? Yeah, that's right. What? I thought you would keep your mouth shut the whole time. Well, I'm a little bored keeping my mouth shut. As I mentioned before, this case is pretty boring. This sucks. Oh really? Then I'll shut up again as you wish. Seeing him say that, does Shozo know something more? What? No, it's nothing. Hey Kazuki, so what now? If that guy's the culprit, there was no need to cut Kana's Achilles tendon to subdue her, so that guy isn't the culprit. Is that all you wanted to say? Yeah, for now that's what happened. What, that's it? Then there is no argument, no clear evidence at all. I just mentioned a possibility. If the crime had been committed in that manner, then even a powerless person would have been able to overpower Kana. What matters right now is not counting possibilities. Catching the culprit is the most urgent thing. And are there any other guys with clear motives as that guy? Do you think that kid has the guts to do that? You mean me? That's you, but... So then say that to Tanashi. Looked like she had the guts to kill people before. I don't think that statement makes any logical sense. Are you for real? Yeah, he is saying true. To bring up the story from past events again? Hey, why are we talking about that now? How to put this? Judging people by their appearance is ridiculous, so I wanted to put my input on it. You... Guys, hold on. Misako, are you okay? Your complexion doesn't look so good. It's fine, I'm just a little tired. More importantly, you guys should calm down. Everyone looks so anxious. Do you think you're qualified to intervene in this situation now? It doesn't matter if I'm qualified or not. Whether I am or I am not, I still have something to say. Toray, what you're trying to do right now isn't a discussion. You're just insisting on saying that you're right. What? Calm down already. This class trial is a place to find out who killed Kana, not a place for you to vent your anger at people. Tch. I don't know if I sound too arrogant when I say this, but I think I roughly know why you're so angry, and I think I'm responsible for that as well. If you have any complaints, I'll listen to them after this trial is over, so for now, focus on protecting the innocent. Misako, stop talking. You look like it's hard for you to stand up anymore. I'm just a little dizzy. I can handle it. You really do everything seriously. Toray. Fine, for now. I'll do as you say. If you lose this trial, you will be responsible and you will not be able to argue. Thank you. Don't doze off and don't fall. Toray took a step back and she was told to protect the innocent people. Thanks to Misako, the excessively anxious mood quickly calmed down. Hey. So what should we talk about next? Hello? We're sure he's the prime suspect? Of course not. Your words don't prove anything. Excuse me. Both of you stop it. I'm worried that we will argue. What about it? I was bored all day, but I think it's okay to enjoy an argument like that. You truly are a crooked man. Kazuki, do you have anything in mind? Right, maybe the culprit only focused on someone for a long time, but I can't recall anything else. I think Mai needs some time to organize her thoughts. She may or may not need to memorize the periodic table 100 times. Hello? You guys are supposed to answer when people call you. Even the air can make sounds of the wind, but I am not even good as the wind. Even Kazuki? Oh, there you go. Sorry, I didn't hear because I was thinking of something else. What's wrong? I recall something that bothered me. Something that bothered you? What's that? Kana's body. She was excessively mutilated, right? Yeah, it was. Then it would have splashed a lot of blood. Probably it did, but there was a lot of blood on the floor. Do you have something to point out? I wouldn't say it's a point, but if a large amount of blood splattered while being stabbed to that extent, I wondered if the culprit would have been bloody as well. Bloody. That's right, there was a lot of blood on the floor, but there must have been a lot of blood on the culprit as well. Then you're saying the culprit was covered in blood? I mean, they killed someone. Would they want to leave with blood in their clothes? Of course they would wipe it off. No, maybe that's not really the case. You idiot. No matter how reckless the culprit was, they wouldn't have neglected the blood stains on their clothes. Even if I was the culprit, I would have done the same. Hey, yeah, don't be silly, you buffoon. Wait a moment, it ain't as crazy as it sounds. Doesn't the water cut off in the middle of the night? How are they supposed to wash off the blood? Nighttime, eh? Now that you mention it. For the first time, Mr. Shimagami said something clever. Mai is even surprised. Was that really something to be amazed about? Yeah? Ugh. Still, I think this is something that needs to be properly addressed. I myself think that as well. Could this be a clue that pinpoints to the culprit? Then let's discuss that first. How did the culprit manage the bloodstains after the crime? Let's see, how did the culprit get rid of the blood? Did they wash it with water? However, water can't be used during the night, yeah. Maybe they got up early and washed it? Water comes out after 7 a.m. Around that time, there was a commotion because the coins went missing. Even when I went to the others' rooms to look for the coins, I couldn't hear the sounds of water. Would it need to be put in a washing machine in advance? Unless for the washing machine, didn't Kara use one earlier? Isn't she the culprit? There must have been a lot of blood on the killer's body. Of course, there were a lot of bloodstains on the floor of the pool. But why would there be bloodstains on that specific place? Do they wash it with the water? Yeah.
I agree with that.
Cool. I also think the culprit washed the bloodstains with water. But water doesn't come out at nighttime, does it? It doesn't have to come out. If it's enough to wipe off the blood that hasn't dried up yet, enough to wash your body, it would be good enough. Where is that water that would wash your entire body? It's the pool. Yeah. Since there is a large amount of water left in there, it must have been possible to use water even at nighttime. The pool, well, it was right in front of the scene. As proof of that, I found bloodstains on the ladder in the pool when I was investigating earlier, right, Toshiro? Oh, that's true. That guy almost fell into the water, so I caught him and he managed to find it. After committing the crime, they grabbed the ladder and then entered the pool to wipe off the blood. Even the culprit didn't know about the blood stain because it was left in a part that I couldn't find if I didn't look closely. So, would it be difficult to wipe the blood off your clothes just by getting into the water? If it seeps into your clothes, marks would remain. Now we have clothes that we wouldn't mind getting them into the water, right, Kazuki? Huh? Yeah. If it's not strange to get wet, and it's something that can be related to the crime scene. Yeah. What is this? Hangman's Gambit again? Okay. Shit. Shit. Swimsuit. Shit. Fucking hell, what? Do you not know the spelling of fucking I? T. There you go. Yippee. Fuck this. You fucker. Fucking scoreboard is fucking rigged. Did the killer commit a crime in a swimsuit? In a swimsuit, yeah. Let's recap. First, Kana was found wearing a swimsuit at the pool. What would that mean? That she was trying to swim? Correct, but is it not unnatural that she went to swim all alone at nighttime? You mean someone else must have been there? That the person who was with her is most likely the culprit. So, I don't get it. She went ahead to swim with someone in the middle of the night. Why would she go? Why? Well, of course it was to swim. But that's the weird part. There's a game during the morning, but you're deliberately going at nighttime. Was there any reason to lose more stamina at dawn? If they did that, then it damages your team suffering losses. Maybe it's because they couldn't sleep. I often worked out to relax and get a good night's sleep. After an exercise, you would wake up feeling refreshed. That only works for kids like you. I can't wake up the next day after a hard workout. To be honest, these days have been breathtaking. And the same goes for me. My whole body has been sore these past few days. There's no reason to go exercise on purpose? The reason why she went to the pool at dawn. I'm not sure, but I may have a reason to guess why. That thing found in the girls' locker room might be related. Yeah, remember when we bumped into Kana? Easy.
I got it.
Guys, can you take a look at this for a second? A book? That's what I found earlier. Yeah, this isn't just a book though, it's a swimming manual. When it comes to these textbooks, it says the correct posture but swimming among other things. You mean that? Still, does that have anything to do with this case? The day before the incident, I saw this book. I accidentally bumped into Kana in the hallway, and that was the book she dropped. Then Kana was the one who brought the book to the locker room? It probably was her, when she collided with me. Yeah. Something happened? Why you ask? It was just you seem a bit excited. Hey, did I look like that? Well, it's nothing special. I'm just a little happy. I can be of help to someone, that's about it. She definitely said, I'm glad I could be of help to someone. If you think based on Kana said at the time and the contents of this book, she went to the pool to teach someone to swim. They kinda tried to teach the culprit how to swim, but she got killed instead. Miss Issei. Aw. That girl, she was a kind fool. Kana. Well, this is depressing. I bit my lip as I remembered Kana's face who had died. Fred who barely escaped despair. Not to mention she was kind enough to be happy to help others. But instead, the culprit used her mindset to... Hey, you guys, I'm really sorry for interfering with this mess, but how long are you going to stay like this? Stay like this? What a bastard. Isn't it time to find out the culprit? I just told you not to interfere. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. You guys are free to go on for a long time, but I guess I'm trying to say this while thinking about my own position as well. I'm just a representation of a judge, but I also have to continue this thing. Don't be so angry, there you go, all the time. Anyway, you have to catch the culprit, right? I wish this would go a little faster or something along those lines. That's why you guys are here. Hopefully the culprit shall be revealed soon. If you drag on with this so tediously, I'll consider a time's up for the spotless against the blackened. And finally execute everybody. Eek, I don't like executions. Why are you trying to be so tyrannical as a judge? Stop doing that. If you think that I'm unfair, then you be the judge. Either way, according to what we said, the culprit is someone who can't swim better than Kana. Then would it be possible to find out if we measure according to our swimming skills? Kana was the best swimmer in our group. That means all of us have better skills than Kana. Think better, you fool. Then, with only the clues that have come out so far, we can't determine the culprit yet. Yes, we can. Remember when Ryo was like angry at Mikihiko? You damn fool. Why do you suck so much? Uh-huh. We can't determine the culprit yet. No, the culprit is highly likely to be Ryo. Nope. Complete opposite. You said they subdue her by cutting the Achilles heel. Then how would you explain Ryo's bloody swimsuit? Used it, probably. That it's hard to conclude, so. What now? Mr. Watanabe, I can't bear the pain in my heart any longer. Why are you covering for Mr. Komori? For Miss Issei, shouldn't you let go now? It's not that I don't understand Kazuro's feelings, but it would be too uncertain to say Ryo is the culprit. Let's do this, Kazuki. Bam. Confound 2, Ryo swimsuit. Judging by the facts so far, Mr. Ryo matches entire perfectly. Even when the accused was cut, don't you think there was such as Ryo and caught her off guard? I can try to towards Komori only. Advance. Of course, it's only circumstantial. However, there are so many unknown facts like where the weapon was hidden for the murder. Please take a little more time to think about it, Kanjuro. There was the one who could be angry. Yeah, that's true. What more facts do you want? Mr. Komori, yada yada. And then wash himself in the pool in swimsuit. Now done in the harbor trial already. I couldn't break Kanji's argument. Is Ryo really the culprit according to his words? Evidence I present to make Ryo the culprit. I need to reverse my thinking and try using it. Yeah. Is this it? Yay! Scoreboard 500. Cool. That's good enough. I'm sorry, but Kajiro, your argument doesn't make sense. Why is that, Mr. Watanabe? I mean, Ryo's swimsuit. Hey, did you just tell us that it was proof that Ryo was the culprit? Why are you claiming something different now? Of course I did, but something kept bothering me. Why is there blood in Ryo's swimsuit? Why did he leave it on the bench to show it off? Simple thing would be the culprit didn't actually wash the blood in the pool. The blood on the swimsuit is the same blood that splattered at the time of the murder, right? No, there was only a small amount of blood on the swimsuit. The area covered with the blood was also left behind in a singular spot. It would be hard to claim as splattered blood that was left behind. Besides, judging from the blood stains on the pool ladder, it is clear that the culprit entered the pool. Even if blood was wiped off to some extent, did he really leave the swimsuit that might have traces on it? Especially if Ryo is the culprit. There's no way that Ryo of all people who thoroughly pursues his own interests would leave things that could harm him as they were. I'm someone with the position of receiving help, but that's strangely an intrusive remark, Mr. Watanabe. I think it's a natural human instinct to pursue one's own interests. Anyway, that's what I meant to say, right? Sounds like that sigh was mixed with several meanings. You're welcome, you fucking asshole. Isn't it possible that if it was just a slip and left it unattended after the crime, if it was an impulsive crime, it is not so strange if the culprit panics? That is not the case. Misako, are you okay now? I've gotten used to the fatigue to some extent. Well, is there any reason as to why that's not it? It's because of the flow of the events in this case. What do you mean by flow? The first action the killer did before committing the crime was to obtain a weapon. At this point, it is not possible to assume that the killer was panicked after the crime. Could you explain it a little easier? To put it bluntly, this case is not an accident. It was planned from the beginning, wasn't it? The culprit thought of killing people from the start, meaning they were prepared and not panic at all. I guess that's true. In addition, since they came up with the solution of wearing a swimsuit for the blood splattering, it's hard to believe they didn't plan this properly after all this. But what if they committed a crime with other clothing than the swimsuit? No, I usually found out by checking the entire academy, but there were no clothes that could have covered the blood splatter. Then, did they take off all their clothes? Heek, what kind of pervert acts like that? Don't think about it, a terrible imagination like that wouldn't even appear in a third-rate horror movie. But if they didn't leave with the evidence... Stop, this will be a big headache if I keep watching this. A swimsuit is a must when entering the pool. That is a public etiquette everyone should follow. Then you're saying Ryo is not the culprit? No, wait, but then who is? Who else could be? Even when I told you I wasn't. Then should we go back to the beginning? From the beginning? Yeah, we should look back from the beginning and find solid evidence. There's already clear evidence. Haven't you come up with the answer already? What do you mean? What answer did we get? All the clues pinpoint to the culprit are already out. But you guys subconsciously don't want to accept it. Do you understand how bored Monokuma is? I'm getting pretty bored myself right now. What are you talking about? Explain so we can understand. What I mean is, don't take your eyes off the right answer. That's right, Kazuki. You must be sure, unlike the other guys, you seem to have a pretty good head there. Me? Give an explanation in my behalf. Maybe the others don't like it when I open my mouth at times like this. As Shoujo just said, the identity of the culprit the others don't know. No, maybe they already know but deny it because they're not sure. But if you think about the clues we've uncovered so far, they're the only culprit. Sorry, dude. Nah, it's not you. You're so fucking cute. You.
You're the only one.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. My throat hurts. Especially doing Shozo's voice. It's so fucking hilarious. I think I'm gonna take a break. Quick break. I'll be right back, fellas. Don't worry.